What's up guys, Cody from Pink Gorilla here. It is July 29th and I want to show you some cool stuff that can be found at the Bellevue store right now. First off, we've got some games that only a collector is going to love. Like for example, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Not for resale, demo only. Yes, this is one of the demos that would be found in a GameStop kiosk. And somehow, miraculously, we have two. You know, pretty rare and unique item, but, you know, somehow two of them made their way into the store. Also, we have Pokemon Emerald Not for Resale version. There's nothing different about this and the original Pokemon Emerald, except for the label, so, you know, collectors only. Finally, I have one of the unlicensed Game Boy games. It's Joshua. Now, you see a lot of these unlicensed Wisdom Tree games for the original Nintendo, but it's a little less common on the Game Boy. So, this game isn't so great, like I said, but it is a great collector's item. You really don't see this every day. Next up, I've got some really cool couch co-op games that are not on a Nintendo platform. Yes, Nintendo basically runs the show when it comes to that kind of game, but 360 and PS3 have them too. Now, these all happen to be 360 titles, and that's not to say PS3 doesn't have these exact same titles and more. I just happen to be sold out of them at the moment. So first up, I've got Resident Evil 5. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Resident Evil 5 so much because it really strayed from the survival horror aspect that Resident Evil is known for. But, for what it is, a great action game, it's a lot of fun, especially co-op. Next up, I've got Crackdown. Now, this is one of the launch titles for the 360, so you know what? It looks like an original Xbox game. It was a little hard to get used to at first, but it is so incredibly fun that it's totally worth it, and you'll get immersed in the game. Next up, I've got Gears of War, a total classic on the 360, and with only a $5 price tag, it's the perfect game to pick up just to play with your friends. It's only about a 6 or 8 hour game, so it's totally feasible to finish it in just a couple sittings with your buds. And finally, I've got Army of Two. So it's about two guys who just run around in like titanium armor and just wreck everything they see and are totally invincible, which is a lot of fun to play with your friends. And it is, again, best played co-op. Actually, I played it single player and I didn't really like it, but when you play with your friends and you gotta save each other and plan stuff out, it's a lot of fun. Now that you know what's new at the store, let's move on to some video game news. First off, what did I tell you just 2 days ago? That's right, I said buy those Nintendo shares, and guess what? Nintendo just posted their Q1 2015 financial results. They beat analyst estimates, and now Nintendo's closing up about 9%. They attribute their success to Splatoon and Amiibos. And speaking of Nintendo, the Miiverse just got a huge overhaul today. They organized communities in a new way that to me makes a whole lot more sense. They also added something called a play journal and a screenshot album, which really I can't describe so well, so I'm just going to let you look at it yourself. You may not have known this, but you can actually visit the Miiverse in your web browser. It's miiverse.nintendo.net. You just sign in with your network ID, and you get all the same functionality you would with your Wii U or 3DS, except you can't add game screenshots. And finally, we've got some information on what games you'll be getting for free in August with your Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus accounts. Xbox One users will be getting Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and How to Survive Storm Warning Edition. Honestly, I've never played either of those games, but one of my coworkers here absolutely loves Ground Zeroes and basically anything Metal Gear. So he says, get that game, especially when it's free. PlayStation 4 owners will be getting Lara Croft Temple of Osiris, Limbo, Stealth Inc. 2, and Sound Shapes. I've only played Limbo out of those 4 titles, but Limbo's actually fantastic, so that's worth your money right there. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to throw in a little bit more Evo footage at the end here, and until tomorrow, see ya!